Hello, I'm Kath Roberts, home-based business entrepreneur and coach, providing you with tips, tricks and information on how to be unstoppable. Well, today I want to talk about the subject of kinesiology, and I also want to recommend a book to you by David Hawkins. It's called Power versus Force. Now, firstly, kinesiology. Some of you may have come across it already, perhaps to fix an allergy or a phobia, but kinesiology is an established science, and it uses its methodology it uses is muscle testing. We can actually test muscles for positive stimuli or negative stimuli. If we test a muscle for positive stimuli, in other words, a truth statement, then the muscle tends to remain strong and firm. But when we test the muscle for a negative stimuli, in other words, a false statement, then the muscle becomes visibly weaker. Now, it's an incredible tool because it's actually giving us unique access to our inner guidance system, to our subconscious mind. It has been found to be amazingly consistent, reliable, highly predictable and universal. And Hawkins actually talks about kinesiology in this book being consistent because what we're actually doing is accessing communal intelligence, or a database of consciousness. And this is probably best explained by way of quantum physics. If you know anything about quantum physics, it teaches us that everything in the universe, everything around us, everything we can touch and see and feel, including ourselves, is in fact energy, and we're all interconnected. Now, we access, if you like, the universal field of communal intelligence through our senses, not through rational thinking. It comes through our subconscious mind. You see, the brain's this amazing computer, and it just knows far more than it realises it knows. Hawkins carried out extensive studies, over 20 years of research. He literally tested thousands of individuals, and he's developed a scale of human consciousness to, if you like, to test and validate human emotions. This scale of human consciousness moves from 1 to 1,000, and he began to appreciate and realise that those that employ a spiritual force, for example, have a much greater level of evolved consciousness, and the energy that they put out into the world with the power of their thoughts is far greater and able to neutralise much of the negativity that goes on the planet. Now, in the majority of his studies, he realised that 85% of humans tested calibrate at less than 200. That's the threshold of integrity. And fear calibrates at 100, shame at 20, love at 500, and enlightenment at 700. So what's all of this telling us? Well, it's telling us that our thoughts, our consciousness is very, very powerful. And obviously, if we practice mindful thinking, then we're going to put ourselves in a much more powerful situation. But kinesiology itself tells us that the body never lies. You see, the body is an instrument of the mind. And if we can tune more into recognising signals in our body, then it begins to allow us to tap into our inner truth. Thank you.